It's a blog about music. I'm just gonna come straight out with some of my favourite bands: Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, David Bowie. You know, I just talking about David Bowie. I had an argument with a guy the other day telling me that David Bowie, his actual statement was David Bowie's not good. I mean, what an idiot! David Bowie's not good. David Bowie's not. How can you come out with the statement David Bowie's not good? This is from the same idiot who came out with, oh, the Beatles are all right. Well, they've released a few tunes that people like, but what else have they done? Well, what else have they done? Talk about inspired millions of people to listen to good music, inspired thousands of people to make bands, and oh, what an idiot! What have the Beatles done for me lately? Well, nothing. You know, what have the Beatles done for us lately? Nothing. John Lennon's dead, for fuck's sake. You know, George Harrison's dead. It's not going to be long before Ringo's dead because I'm going to kill him. You know, this idiot David Bowie's not good. How can you say David Bowie's not good? Anybody who's got any musical taste, unless they're one of these knobheads that are like, oh, he's fucking gay, fucking proper queer, David Bowie. You know, for fuck's sake, he's a fucking legend. End of conversation. I'm not arguing with you, for fuck's sake. You know, what albums? My favourite album by David Bowie, Hunky Dory. Ricky Gervais's favourite album, Aladdin Sane. Friend of mine's favourite album, Understandably Scary Monsters. You know, there's just some fucking amazing albums by Bowie. Going back in time to his really, really early stuff, I Love You Till Tuesday. Oh, how I love you till Tuesday. You know, it's not to everyone's taste, and it's not that great, but he's a legendary David Bowie. The man's a fucking genius. He's an absolute legend. You know, he's just a genius, and I love him to bits. I think he's fucking great. Same with Pink Floyd. Any good bands this guy doesn't like. I'm not going to mention his name because he's a twat and he doesn't deserve to be mentioned. But some of the bands that he listens to absolutely take the fucking piss. His main band that he listens to. Now, I've got nothing against Oasis. Nothing against them at all. You know, I didn't like them in the 90s when they were huge. I didn't like them in the 90s. But later on, I sort of realised they are a good band. I didn't like them at the time, but they're not a bad band, But that's his main band. My main band's the Beatles. His main band is Oasis. That's how he feels. Like that's how he can, little does he understand or realise that one of the reasons why Oasis were around was because of the Beatles. If it wasn't for the Beatles, then Oasis probably wouldn't be around. Fucking moron. So this is the guy that had the fucking what a crazy frog as his ringtone for about fucking 2 years after it faded out, and it wasn't good to begin with, but you know what I mean, faded out of favour. So you'd be sitting on a fucking bus with them. Don't ask me why I'm a friend with them. I don't know, but you'd be sitting on a bus with them, and you're talking fucking 4 years later, and then ring ding 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 ding, ding, and you literally have to just either move seats or just stab them in the face, which I agree with the latter. But yeah, apart from that, music. What is music? Why do people listen to music? Because it makes you feel good. It's got to be good. I don't mind anything. If it makes you feel happy, I don't mind. I don't mind people with musical taste. I'll never have a go at some. I had a cousin, and she liked some bizarre shit, man. She used to listen to some weird shit on the internet, but I gave her a lot of respect for that because it wasn't something that a lot of kids were listening to, and yeah, it was a bit weird and out there. Her brother was the same. He listened to some fucking. I mean, I like heavy metal. I do. I like a bit of, I do like a lot of metal. Like I like the early stuff, like Pantera, and I don't mind Drowning Pool or a bit of the new stuff. I don't mind any of that. But he used to listen to some weird, grungy, rotten death metal filth, which you just couldn't hear the bloke speaking. But it's his musical taste, and I can understand why somebody would have that musical taste. That's the type of music he liked to listen to. So he enjoyed that. And that's fine by me. I don't mind him listening to that, and I respect him for that. It's the type of people, like, when the Kaiser Chiefs first came out, and I'd heard the song on a game, and I thought, well, they're all right, and I saw Kaiser Chiefs. I downloaded the album, listened to it, and when the album came out, I bought it. But when I downloaded it, and I'd said to people, there's a new band here called the Kaiser Chiefs. Now, I'm not a huge fan anymore of the Kaiser Chiefs, but at the time, they were pretty cool. And I said, yeah, I've got a band here, Kaiser Chiefs. Anyone listen? Nobody wanted to fucking listen to them. Nobody gave a shite. And I sort of stopped listening to it because I'd sort of milked the album, whatever. And then, of course, they became famous. And then those same people decided, oh, I like the Kaiser Chiefs now. It's them that I hate, the people that hop on the wagon. I hate the wagon hoppers. Boot them off the wagon, you fucker. But it's the same with Dizzy Rascal. Must have been maybe 2002. And I was down in London, and a guy told me, "Have you ever heard of Dizzy Rascal?" At the time, I hadn't, and he put me onto a tune which was "I Love You." I love you, whatever. If you know Dizzy Rascal, you might know that tune. And I thought, yeah, that's cool. And then when he brought his album out, the first one, that was like 2003 maybe. I bought the album, listened to it, telling my mates about it. Oh, you want to listen to this Dizzy Rascal? You know, he's really cool, blah, blah, blah. No one was fucking interested. And then, of course, maybe a year later, Fix Up Look Sharp really made it big, and then they were all into Dizzy Rascal, and then nobody could remember that I'd originally mentioned it. Oh, I don't remember you mentioning that. Yeah, you're just a fucking wagon hopper. That type of shit annoys me. People who jump on the wagon. Music's something that you just spot and you like instantly fucking love. One of my favourite bands is Boy Kill Boy. I think they were fucking great. Never really made it big. I don't know whether they will. Maybe one day. Or the Killers and shit like that. Stuff that reminds you of times, not just songs, but albums that remind you of your own personal times. Not like, oh, I was at a fucking party, mate, tablet of down on my face, and this song was on, and I'll never forget it. None of that shit. I'm talking about, an album it's your own personal fucking. I remember that time. That was a good time, or that was a shit time, or whatever. Either way, but yeah. So music is a good thing. Music is a great thing. Music is something that we should all cherish and adore, and whether it's you listening to Miley fucking Cyrus, or whether whatever, I don't give a shit who you listen to. Just stick true to your guns, stay true to your guns, because a lot of people don't, and it's shit. But apart from that, yeah, I love music, all sorts of music. Bob Dylan, fucking Kinks, yeah, just anything good. Mainly a lot of the old stuff, but anything good I'll listen to. But yeah, that's my rant today about music. Agree with me if you will. If you don't, leave a message. Tell me that you don't, and I won't answer you. Or you can just completely spam me messages, and I'll leave them as well, because I don't give a shit. So yeah, message me back. So to all those wagon hoppers, fuck you. To anyone who likes music, peace out.